Hi and welcome to Love Doing Yoga on this Wednesday evening. Hope you're continuing to enjoy the beautiful and wonderful weather we have. When I look out this window here beside me, I can see a clear blue sky and set against it are beautiful green trees. So it looks magnificent. So I hope you've got a similar beautiful view wherever you are. As always, throughout the practice, listen to your body and only do what feels right for you today. So let us begin our practice today in a seated position. Closing your eyes. Becoming aware of your position as you're seated here on your mat. Equal weight on both seat bones, sitting up nice and tall, lengthening through that spine, finding space. And then taking a deep inhale. And let's just sigh out the exhale, expelling everything that's going on in your life today and in your world. Just letting it all go. And again, inhaling really deeply. Exhaling out your day, your world, once again. And just being here, just yourself, on the mat. Just your true nature, who you really are. And now let your attention go to your breath as you inhale through your nose. Pause. And then exhaling, nice and deeply, extending that exhale. And again, inhaling into the belly, feeling the length of the spine. Grow as you inhale. Feeling the core engage as you exhale. 3 more breaths here. And then keeping the eyes closed, just bow the head down and begin to circle the head around. Making nice big circles with the head, feeling the neck stretch as you roll the head around. And when next your head is bowed down at your chest, change the direction of the head roll. Really zoning in on the various muscles that are stretched as you rotate the head. One more time. And then coming back to center, drawing it back into position, gently opening the eyes. And let's take a twist to the right. So remember, we're twisting from the center of the body. Don't worry about the head. So we don't want the head to lead. It will lead us into a false sense of security about how deeply we're twisting. So let the shoulder lead, that left shoulder. Inhale, lengthening through that spine. As you exhale, letting that left shoulder twist even further, and the right shoulder then follows suit. One more breath. Coming back to center, taking a breath here as the body settles after the twist. And then taking that twist to the right. Nice and deep with the twist. The right shoulder leading. The twist deepening with each exhale. One more breath. And again, coming back to center and to rest. And from here, let's make our way to tabletop. So, hips over knees, feet straight out behind you where you can't see them. Shoulders over wrists. Fingers open quite wide, almost clawing into the mat with the tops of your fingers. So your hands are active, engaging the core here, making this quite a strong pose. You're not just nonchalantly on all fours. The body is active, holding itself up, carrying itself through your core. And on your next inhale, let's draw up into a cow pose, tilting that pelvis, dipping the belly, opening the chest, raising the gaze. And then exhaling through to your cat, tucking that pelvis in, rounding through the spine. Head looks towards the belly button. And continuing with this, moving with your breath through cat and cow. One more. And then meeting back in your tabletop. And from here, stretching out that right leg, lifting it up to hip height. Toes pointing down to the mat as you stretch out that left hand. Let the core help you here with your balance. 3 breaths. Nice belly breaths like you did at the start of the practice. Inhaling into your belly, pause, and then exhale. And then let's take that over to the other side. Stretching the left leg out, toes pointing down, right arm stretches out. Taking 3 breaths here, remembering as you exhale to engage the core. And then when you're ready, drawing the hand and the leg down to come back to tabletop, and then sit back on your heels and draw the hands behind you, allowing the spine to round as you do. Don't worry if you can't kneel all the way down, just go to where it's comfortable for you. One more breath here. And then bringing the hands back out into tabletop. Let's make our way up into downward dog nice and slowly. Curling those toes, pushing the hips back to the heels, raise the knees, lengthen through the spine, pushing away from the mat, away from your hand, pushing away with your hands. And then slowly lifting up, pedaling those legs. Ensuring the shoulders are away from the ears, gaze towards the belly button. And then when you're ready, coming to your point of stillness. One more breath here. And let's walk the feet up to meet the hands. So you come into a forward fold, deepening here. Bend your knees if you need to. With each exhale, just deepening that fold. And then walk the hands away and move the chest away from the thighs to lengthen the spine. Then let the palms come fully down onto the mat, step the legs back into your downward dog again. So remember, when you get here, you want to consciously push those hips back so that you become, your shape is more like a slide than a V, than an upside down V. Let's do that again. So stepping the feet up to the hands into your forward fold, getting the connection between the lower rib cage and the thighs. Then just lengthening that spine, drawing the rib cage away from the thighs, hands out a little bit in front. And then placing the hands down on the mat, stepping back into your downward dog and consciously pushing those hips back, pushing the hands away, or the body away from the hands. And one more time. Stepping up to your forward fold, deepening that fold. Then lengthening the spine, drawing the rib cage away from the legs, and then stepping back to your downward dog. And let's step the feet up once more into a forward fold. Nice and deep with your forward fold. And this time bend the knees and come all the way up to stand, bringing those hands into prayer at the chest. Good, well done. So as we're standing here, we want those feet hip width apart, equal weight on both feet, standing up nice and tall, ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips, engaging that core, finding that strength in your center. And with your hands on your hips, let's step the right leg back to come into a warrior one. So we want to bend this front knee, knee over ankle. The right leg is back, a little bit of weight into the outside edge of that right foot, raising the arms up, squaring up the hips, feeling the stretch in that right leg. Soften the shoulders, engage the core. 2 more breaths. And let me quickly go to the other end of the mat for our next pose. So we're just going to step this right foot across so your heels are lined up with each other. Keeping this front knee bent, we're coming into our warrior two. Soften the shoulders. Then reaching forward. So let this hip come back as we reach forward with our hands, rotating down into a triangle, lengthening out this front leg. If you can, let the gaze look upwards. And then rotate the body, frame the foot, step that right foot up to meet the left forward fold. Bending the knees, coming all the way up. Bring the hands into prayer, standing up tall. And this time we want to step the left leg back to come into our warrior one on this side. So again, we're squaring up the hips, keep that knee over the ankle, a little bit of weight in the outside edge of that back foot just to really activate that back leg. Arms up, soften the shoulders, engage the core. These warrior poses are great for activating your knees, getting all of your muscles working in your knees, keeping them active so that they can support your knees. And then let's step this left leg back to bring them in line with each other, arms in a T, soften the shoulders, gaze over that right hand. Being conscious of this right knee, that it stays centered, doesn't fall in or out. One more breath. Reaching forward with that right arm, windmilling down, stretching that front leg. Don't worry about how deep you get in a triangle. It's not about how bendy you are or how mobile you are or flexible at getting into poses. It's really about how present you are in the pose, working with your body in your way. And again, rotating the body, stepping that left foot up, forward fold. In this forward fold, bring the feet together, toes together, heels a little bit apart, so your feet are in a straight line. The outside edge is a straight line. Sink the hips down to come into a chair pose, keeping these knees behind the toes, so we don't want to be down like this. We want to have those knees back a little bit. And then raise up the arms and the torso. Chair pose for 3 breaths. And coming all the way up to stand, let that left hand come onto the left hip, draw the right hand up past the ear, taking a bend to the left. One more breath here. And coming back to upright. Let's take that to the other side. And coming back to your upright position, shifting the weight into that right leg. Let's just draw the left leg up, holding onto the shin, flexing the foot. Ear over shoulder, shoulder over hip. A softness in that right knee. We don't want to lock it. Engage the core. 2 more breaths here. And then releasing the left leg, shifting the weight into that left leg. Let's just take that on the other side. So drawing up the right leg, holding onto the shin, flexing the foot, finding your gaze point, your stillness. 2 more breaths. And then releasing that right foot down. Raising the arms up, sweeping them out to the side. Forward fold. And then make your way down through all 4s to come and lie on your left side. And as you lie on your left side, you might want to prop yourself up here with your elbow. Let those legs come out long. Bend this right leg and raise it up, holding onto the leg as much as possible, staying on your side. One more breath here. And then releasing that right leg down. Let's just take that to the other side. So coming on to the right side again, propping yourself up either with your hand on your face, or just having the shoulder over the elbow and the hand out to the side. And again, holding on to the left leg, stretching it out, trying as much as possible to stay on your side. One more breath. And releasing the foot, letting the leg come down, bringing yourself onto your back here, bending your knees, arms in a T, let those knees fall over to the right as your gaze goes to the left. One more breath on this side. And then let's draw it over to the other side. And then when you're ready, bringing those knees back to center, legs come out long, arms down by your sides with your palms facing upwards. And thank you so much for joining me in this practice. Don't forget to let us know when you've done this practice. And I'm just checking the date for you. Yes, it is still May. You've got one more chance to let us know if you've completed this practice and make it to our Roll of Honor for the month of May. We'll be calling it out on Friday. But now it's time to give your body a few minutes of rest and relaxation as you let go your feet and your legs. Letting go the whole back of your body and shoulder blades. The front of your body, chest and shoulders. Letting go your arms and hands. Your head, face, jaw and chin. The whole of your body, just let it go. And let your heart fill with gratitude for whatever you're feeling particularly grateful for today. And then let your attention go to your breath. As you inhale through your nose, filling your belly, pause, and then exhale through your nose. Keeping your attention on your breath for the next few minutes.